Let's go.
In this episode, we go chasing Murray cod and some of the other native species in Lake Mulwala in southern New South Wales.
Welcome to my fishing place, the place to be.
Well, just recently, we shot down to Lake Mulwala in southern New South Wales. Now, we'd been talking to Matt from Gangster Lures, and he invited us down to try and get onto some good cod. So we travelled down there. We were put up in a beautiful house, brook water. It's right on the foreshore of Lake Mulwala. Had a fantastic view. And when Dan and I got there, we were just like, wow, this is cool. This is a nice place to stay instead of camping. We decided that we'd go out for a quick fish before nightfall. So we hop in the boats. There was probably 5 of us. And anyway, we head out. And full of expectation, I tied on one of the gangster spinner baits and I thought this is going to bring home a big fish.
What did it bring home?
It actually brought home a log because I got a snag.
The question is, what did he bring home? One less rod than what he left with.
And they do say that these are fairly snag resistant. They hadn't seen me throw them before. So anyway, I caught a log and the guy said to me, I'll help you get it out. I said, no, I know how to get spinner baits unstuck. Chunk chunk with a rod fan. Oh, tastic, and I'd lost the tip of my rod. However, I had a backup plan.
For us to bring another rod. That's the backup.
Yeah, that call did go out. Guys, I need another rod. So anyway, we decide, let's hit surface lures. And so I tied on this little mud-eye happy. Sean from Mud-eye sent that up to me. He said, try this, it's a little wake bait. And so I threw that on, 5 casts later, on. And I'm just like, yes. There we go, fish number 1, stop it.
It's a little happy. It's tied happy on, didn't we?
We can toss it back. Day 1, well, pre-day 1 this was.
It's not even day 1, it's day half on the boat.
You and I were in the car and we got the phone call. So Lee's like, caught one on surface, pumped, and we're thinking, yes, it's already turned on.
Pre-day 1. And so anyway, happy day, so back to the house. I think we went to bed that night ready for some good fishing.
The next morning we get up, we head out. There's just timber everywhere. We're fishing these just snaggy, fishy looking, it just looked like there was cod everywhere. And then sure enough, not long, and Cam, one of the guys that's out with us, pulls in an 86. And we are just thinking, yes, this is on.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to break the meter mark. I've got one in the 90s, but I haven't yet busted the meter, and I thought, this is the trip. Big Red had already caught one on surface. We'd seen an 86 pulled in. We're in the Lake Mulwala, which is big cod territory. It looks fishy. We just thought, man, we are on the edge of a great trip. And we were pretty pumped, prime, ready to go. Thought the next few days are gonna be full of action. Coming up after the break, the surface action turns on.
Let's go.
But the thing is, it still comes down to putting your lure in the right place. So
It
even in a
does, it
dam,
does.
if you are putting your lure in the right place, however, lady luck still plays a part. I mean, on that second day, I must have put 100 casts in what I thought was quite accurate, right on the money cast, nothing. then my co-fisherman got his lure stuck on a log. I've gone over, I've chucked it up under the willow tree, which obviously is where probably cod are. And as we've pulled the boat out, I've pulled my orange spinnerbait out, and boom. So I've put in 100 casts in a perfect spot. And this time we're up on a bank, on a stuck lure, and I've chucked the lure under the tree, and you get your first fish of the day.
That's fishing, isn't it?
I know,
it's
I know.
fishing.
Yeah, it is. You know, for the dam, I think these are the perfect weapon because there's that much water and you can float these down beside the snags with these things thumping around. I'm just saying, if you are attacking the dam,
You want something that's going to grab their attention.
and
Look at that.
that certainly
sucker there.
does. So I've got a dam down the road here and I know it's full of bass, but they just know when I put my kayak on the water. I don't know what it is. I've got fish repellent. You know, everyone tells me to put sunscreen on my lures. I do it, and still...
I tried on a bunch of different ones, and then you caught 2 fish in a row on orange. So we were like, well, clearly orange is working. So I tied on orange, and the guy I was with, Scotty, tied on orange. We got both our fish on orange spinnerbaits. Yeah. Fish on. Broke the trout. Broke the trout. Yes, beautiful. Nice little Murray cod. Good little tacker. But it's one for the boat. Beautiful. Woo! Boat it! I reckon he's hit it on the run for sure. Sorry, mate. She slipped straight out. It's on, yeah! It's on! Oh, God, but it's fish. Let's go. Broken the drought. 5-2. Good work. Beauty. That big one is just a little. Yeah, he's a nice cod. We got both our fish on orange spinnerbaits.
You know why though?
Why?
It's the gold bomber rule. We caught more fish on the orange spinnerbait
because there was more in the water.
because there was more in the water.
But I didn't.
And you know why I had this? Do you know why I decided to stick with the orange on that day?
No.
I was just too lazy to change colours. I'm just telling you. I got towards the end of that, I was just too lazy. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep trying it.
Your laziness. I was tying on every colour I had. I didn't get a single hit, and then you're like, oh, Daz has caught 2 on orange. Put orange on, bang, I'm on.
Cam and I went up this little creek, and yeah, you had your pressure points, and we were just either side, and then there was a willow tree. I'm just, it's like there has to be a fish. So I just cast in, one, there it is, and that was on a pink one with a green tail or whatever. But I just like the brighter colours that day.
I'm used to fishing for cod. I like looking for them in shallow spots. The guy I was with, Scott, he had never seen catching cod like we caught that day. Like all our fish, yours were caught in shallow, coming from shallow to deep. Mine were caught in shallow, yours were caught in shallow. He's going to me, mate, we just need to head out and deep. I've not seen cod caught like this before, but that's just what was happening on the day. And that's where I think dams are their own ecosystem. They've got their own little areas and it turns off and on. And if you find what's working, you can work hard, but if you find what's working, I think you can still get on the fish.
Yeah, but I think it's what you touched on before. Like you said, you know, this cod season opened a week before. They had the Cod Classic on Mulwala. There must have been 1,000 of these floating past every fish in that dam for the whole weekend. And, you know, if you do believe that fish have some kind of instinct or smarts, I'm guessing they
wise up to them.
Well,
that's why you don't have any. You got froggers on, but old mate said put on one of these big curly tails because everyone's been using frogs. He said the curly tail produced a few extra strikes last time he was on because
Yeah.
it's something the fish hadn't seen.
And I
So
think that 86 come on a big white one, curly tail, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it did.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a good day. It was hard fishing. People don't understand. You go, someone says, oh, you have fun fishing. You go, oh, I did it tough, worked hard on the water today. And they're like, how hard can fishing be? It was hard work.
Well, because I think you're sitting on a boat sinking cans all day, not actually, we're trying to catch fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, there was good blokes. There was Ant, there was Paul. We met a few nice blokes. Benny. It was a good day on the water, but the fishing wasn't easy.
It's all right. My amperage is still way up.
Food does make you feel better. No doubt about it.
So, the remedy for not catching fish is...
Yep. Food.
Coming up after the break, we go after some other native species.
What's also fun out fishing is when sometimes you get that unexpected species. Well, not necessarily unexpected, but not the species you're actually chasing. And on a dam like Mulwala, there's always the chance of a nice sized yellow belly as you're fishing. And I got one on the orange spinnerbait earlier in the day.
Beautiful. It was just in by the weed bank where all the shrimps are. We chucked a nice little spinnerbait in there. We come out.
And I think it was mid-afternoon, and we hadn't caught a fish for quite some time. And this is going to sound like a My Fishing Place plug. It's not really. But I tied on the My Fishing Place lure because we said, well, something's got to break the drought.
And Danny, our cameraman, he was begging someone to tie it on. He's going, mate, this thing always does something. Tie it on.
And sure enough,
did,
within
it
about
did.
10, 15 minutes of tying that thing on, we broke the drought with a nice yellow belly out of the sticks on the My Fishing Place lure.
Yes, on the My Fishing Place.
Told you there's some
Yes.
Too light on the camera.
Break the drought. Another species.
Well, statistically, we had to catch a fish.
Nice.
Yes.
My Fishing Place claims another victim.
Usually, you know, if the mozzies are starting to bite you, you know you're going to catch some fish.
It's true.
So I had a couple of follows, a couple of big swirls. Didn't get anything that night, but yeah, that one Dazza you got, it was a cracker.
And it was right on the turn, just as the sun starts to go down, right on the boat too. I heard the big crack, and then Dad's like, I'm on. So that was a good fish.
Well, I think at the time we're actually unhooking someone's lure off a snag.
were, yes.
Probably big reds. I'm not just putting it out there. May have been big
May have
reds.
been.
And I've
Right.
just flicked the lure up under the willow tree and dunk, 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 boom, on. And it was nice sized cod. So.
Yes! Dazza! Boom!
Boom, surface cod. Nice. One on.
That's awesome!
I'd like to have a shout out to Gangsters. I know they supply us with some lures, but like they've done this this lure up in support of breast cancer. And if you see this at any tackle shop, go and buy one because the entire proceeds goes to breast cancer. And yeah, we'd really like to support these guys. So yeah, if you see that, go and grab yourself one.
Who knows? Tying on a pink lure now and then might just turn something on.
Well, as a matter of fact, talking about that, Steve Starling's missus caught, first time she threw that thing, she got a cod.
I think, no, that's her. That's Steve's wife there. And she was the first one to catch a fish on this specifically made to support breast cancer lure. So get out there and support a good cause.
When you roll into a brand new town, what's the first thing you look for?
Bakery for sure.
Bit of dirty bird.
KFC.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay. Now, apart from those, there is always the tackle shop. The thing I love about going into tackle shops in these regional towns is just the array of lures I've got for freshwater fishing, bass, murray cod, etc. And I love how a lot of these shops do support the local guys, you know, like Gangster, and there was a couple of other local manufacturers that put the lures in these shops, and they're lures that work, you know, because I've tried them and tried them and tried them. So we couldn't resist popping into a tackle shop. We found, I think we caught the biggest cod of the trip in that shop.
Well, yeah, we got a photo of the biggest cod.
Yeah, no, that was awesome to see. Had a good chat to Ben there, the owner. And again, I just love the way the local community support local lure makers. It's awesome.
Just that little bit of local knowledge, whether it's in the lure or whatever, it just makes the difference. And so day 3 come round, we'd fished the dam, we'd fished the river, but we wanted to do a bit of walking on foot. Dazza had to head off early, and a little bit of local knowledge put us onto a beautiful spot, and didn't we have some fun? Coming up after the break, we find a sneaky little river with some great fish. So you're cruising in the boat and someone's got their lure either in the water or out of the water, and you just see the perfect snag. You've been fishing hard all day. How hard is it not to just cast straight across everybody's line and just put that lure right where you know the fish is? It's hard, isn't it?
Many do. Many do.
Big Red, you did.
Wow. Wow, I
So
was the
many
one.
times.
Right, when you're on a boat fishing a bank, you line up 1, 2, 3.
And so
someone
you
casts
would cast
forward,
over there.
someone does middle, and someone does back. And so I'll be like, when Kez is like,
Oh,
like, dude,
so
like-
not-
I
It's-
even
it's
remember
simple.
one of the guys saying to you, Big Red, when you're at the front of the boat, cast forward.
wow. Fishing etiquette aside, as Keza explained before, Daz had to go, so we just wanted to do a little bit more fishing, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't have a boat, so we just really wanted to get back to basics, walk along a riverbank, cast in lures and pull in a 2-metre Murray cod. Not a big ask.
We do love casting, walking the banks. It's probably one of my favourites as well. And we just found the beautiful creek. Cam just put us onto a spot.
Oh, it's
And the
amazing.
water was crystal clear, and you're just walking through thinking, yes.
Yes.
The first thing I did, I tied on my magic, started casting. It wasn't long, we got our first hit already, got a little bit of on the action cam. I was pumped with that. Oh yes! Yes! This on! It's on! Drop that, but it was just, we started to get on a few hits and it turned on for us a bit, didn't it?
I started off with the hard body, then we flicked back to the spinner baits, and it was that same spot. I remember because I was fishing up a bit further, and next thing, of course, I hear Karen, oh yeah. Whoa. So I just launched down there.
There was a beautiful section of overhanging trees, and there was a log, and there was just a little bit of an eddy in there, and I thought, if I just get my lure in there, I'm right. And sure enough, it was the first cast I'd put in there, a couple of cranks, and zzz, it was on, and it was beautiful, dark, really dark colours, got that in. Sick! It's what we came here for. Then you come over, as soon as I'd moved off my spot, Big Red moved in. Zero etiquette at all. Just like, oh, Kez has gone, quick, get his spot. And then it was probably like you said, you're probably only 2 casts after you stole my spot. And you too. caught a nice cod.
Okay, maybe I stole where he was standing, but I didn't cast my lure where yours went.
Oh, right.
Totally different.
Okay.
Totally different.
Lee is on. Give us a look. It looks like a solid fish. Nice. Nice little cod skis. Oh, that's on.
The drought has been broken. All in all, I think Mulwala and that region has a lot to offer. If you're into dam fishing or the wider river fishing, the skinny water, it is a magic place, you know. And a big thanks to Matt for having us down there, mate. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the lures. When the dam goes down, you'll find about 600 of mine stuck on trees. You can go and get those ones back.
And Cam as well. Didn't Cam work hard to
Yes.
put us onto some fish? He was great. So Cam from River Escapes, look, if you're down that way, particularly that beautiful stretch of river which we did, he says he goes down in a raft, so give him a ring. It would be totally worth hooking up with him to get some nice cod, and I reckon you'd have a great day. Also does trout and other stuff.
Yeah. So guys, for any more information on anything you've seen in this episode, the gear we used, where we stayed, etc., go to our website, myfishingplace.com.au.
And so don't forget, this is the kind of fishing everyone can have a crack at, and so get out there. Go and enjoy the beautiful scenery, go for a walk, get on a boat, go chase some cod, yellow belly, have a crack at the Aussie natives, and I reckon you'll have a good time doing it. Next episode, join us for some grassroots fishing on local bass.
Let's go.